Do you have an update on how many might have departed this country? Good morning to you.
Good morning, Nick. We don't have an update on numbers. We believe that a plane has left, and I don't think the Home Office has confirmed the number of people on that plane. We know that a really good number of people that would have been on the plane are not on it because of this Court of Appeal order that we successfully sought last night, and the government's appeal was rejected just after midnight.
Why is it important some of these people are allowed to stay, Bella?
Access to justice is a fundamental common law principle. There's nothing more British than access to justice, as you well know. And you talk about people being spirited away. At the very least, we owe everybody who's in this country a fair trial and a fair hearing. And that's what we know was not happening for those being held at the Heathrow centres. There's been no mobile phone signal there since mid-January. That means people simply cannot access lawyers and are going unrepresented, not being able to put their case forward. And this includes, obviously, people that have been in the UK for a really long time. I've got clients that have been here since they were 2 or 3, not able to put forward evidence to show that they have family here, they have really strong ties here, and that they have nobody in Jamaica, or they would be at risk in Jamaica.
Were the authorities aware of that, the inability to get a mobile signal?
They were. We filed our action just over a week ago.
Goodness.
And in the Home Secretary's response to us, she concedes that they were told that the mobile phone signal was down from the 13th of January. It doesn't look as though any credible action was taken to ensure people had a mobile phone signal. There are almost 700 people being detained in these centres, Nick. And it was only when we filed that there was a last-minute scramble to get SIM cards. She wasn't able to get enough SIM cards. The SIM cards she handed out were faulty. People didn't have credit, and the SIM cards still didn't work. And she didn't even hand out SIM cards to everybody that was going to be on this flight. She managed to offer them to about half of the people.
What is the position of you and your colleagues once these people once these people get the necessary telephone communication and they have their appeal said? Are you of a position that then, if they are found they must be deported, that should go ahead?
The law of the land, as it stands, is the law of the land, and I accept that.
Okay.
I think access to justice is fundamental. That's the first point.
I agree with
and
you.
If you haven't got that, then you're nowhere. The second point, which I think has been made very well by people like David Lammy, is that there is a wider issue here, because these essentially are the children, the grandchildren, the nieces and nephews of the Windrush
This is
generation.
where we're going to part company, I fear, but do go ahead.
And I think
they've
it is
broken
right
the
to
law.
say they have broken the law. Everybody that is subject to this to this power is somebody that has been convicted. But what I would say to you, Nick, well, no, I think that's where the Home Office has got it wrong.
Violent crime, sexual. I think that's fairly. Do you not think it's a? Do you not think,
some
Bella?
of the offences are serious,
but Bella,
a lot
is it
of them
Bella?
are less serious.
Bella, is it not a grotesque disservice to the thousands, possibly hundreds of thousands of descendants of the Windrush generation who live peaceful lives, law-abiding lives, pay their taxes, that they are sort of lumped in with these people? And these are the...
That's not what's going on.
Because these are law breakers, and the others are adhere to the law.
Look, Nick, you know as well as I do that life is not necessarily as straightforward as some people might want it to be. Listen to the Windrush community. Listen to the Caribbean community in this country. They are the people that are campaigning.
That doesn't give them a get-out-of-jail card just because I'm the grandson of a Windrush person.
No, what I'm saying to you, the Windrush generation are in favour of changing the law because these are their relatives. And they believe in principles like rehabilitation and second chances, which we are meant to believe in as a country and always have believed in. We've got a really proud tradition of that, Nick. And let me tell you one more thing. I've got clients who are victims of crime. It's not always clear cut. I've got clients that are victims of sexual abuse and have been groomed into county lines operations. And so, yes, they have committed an offence, but they were under duress and they were being
the prison's full of innocent
influenced.
people, Bella. You know that as well as I do. Everyone in jail is innocent. Come on.
I'm not saying that, Nick. Don't misrepresent
prison is full of innocent
Come
people.
on.
We all know that.
Listen, I'm saying that it's not black and white. You can't say this person is all good and that person is all evil. And one more point, which I think is really
briefly,
important,
if you would, Bella Sankey,
hasn't got enough airtime. Okay, I'll be brief.
Go ahead.
It's the kids of these people. I've got a client with 6 children, all under 10. He's the primary caregiver. What's he going to tell his children?
By the same mum?
By the same mum.
Goodness me.
And he lives with the mum. She's now going to be a single mum.
Perhaps he shouldn't have become a criminal, Bella.
He committed a drugs offence.
Well-
It was a complete anomaly. He's always worked incredibly
Well,
hard.
there we go.
He
Here we are.
massively-
Prisons full of innocent people. Here we go again.
No, I'm not saying he's innocent. He did
All
the
right.
crime, but he's rehabilitated. So give him a second chance.